We keep calling the Philippines a poor country, but look at what's actually under our feet. We sit on some of the richest mineral deposits on Earth: gold, copper, nickel, chromite, worth an estimated $1 trillion still in the ground. We're the world's second largest producer of nickel, the metal every electric vehicle battery on the planet needs. We have over 7,000 islands wrapped in some of the most biodiverse waters on Earth, fisheries that feed nations' geothermal energy reserves among the largest anywhere, and a workforce so skilled that entire industries in other countries, nursing, shipping, IT, customer service, quietly depend on us to function. This is not the profile of a poor country. This is the profile of a country that has been extracted from. Here's the part nobody says out loud. Mining companies dig our nickel out of the ground, ship it raw to foreign refineries, and sell it back to us and to the world as finished product at a markup we never see a peso of. We export the raw wealth and import the value-added price tag. That's not an accident of geography. That's a business model. And we're not the ones running it. Look at where the money actually goes. Billions in public infrastructure funds have vanished into ghost projects and padded contracts, flood control money for flood control that was never built, funneled through the same small circles of political families and their favored contractors decade after decade. Look at who owns the toll roads, the power grids, the water utilities, a handful of conglomerates, often the same names that have sat beside political power for generations. Look at how our tax incentives are written generous enough that some of the largest corporations here pay a smaller effective rate than the sari-sari store owner on the corner. This isn't poverty. Poverty implies there isn't enough. There is enough. There has always been enough. What we don't have is control over where it goes. And it's not just happening at home. It happens the moment resources leave port. Trade deals get negotiated by people who will never have to explain the terms to a fisherman in Palawan or a farmer in Isabela. Our overseas workers send home over $30 billion a year, money earned by our best people in other people's countries because the industries that should have kept them here were never built. That remittance economy isn't a success story. It's a symptom. It's the sound of a country exporting its own labor because the wealth already being extracted from its ground and its water never made it back to its people in the first place. So when someone tells you the Philippines is poor, ask them poor compared to what? Poor in resources? No. Poor in talent? No. Poor in geography, culture, potential? Absolutely not. What we are poor in is transparency, poor in accountability, poor in the political will to ask where $1 trillion in mineral wealth actually goes when it leaves this country. We were never poor. We were rich. And it got taken quietly, legally, contract by contract, decade by decade, and then we were handed the bill and told to call it poverty. The resources are still here. The talent is still here. The only thing missing is the will to ask out loud who's been holding the money and to demand it back